Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you the upcoming changes for the Random Flow add-on. So first off, we have the new UI design for the main menu of the add-on. So the utility shading mesh and the new one, which is the object submenus, have been relocated inside the extras submenu. So if you're going to use something like partition mesh or panel cloud, you're going to go to extras and into utility. So we have the same submenu for shading as before and for mesh as well. And we have a new one which includes the join objects, split mesh, set origin, cleanup, and merge objects operator. Okay, so the settings, the show usage info will now be defaulted to, or by default it will be turned on when you first use it, and this will be particularly helpful for new users or someone who just bought the add-on. So you will see this usage info, and it will show you the usage information and limitations information. So just basic stuff that lets you know about the basic stuff about the add-on. So we also have the link for the online documentation. You can click it here. Obviously, you need the internet. Watch YouTube videos. It will show you the playlist that I have in my YouTube channel, specifically for Random Flow. I have also cleaned it up and removed the shorts videos in there, so they are all medium to long formats. Some have voices, some don't, but most of them have voice explanations. And this also have the link. This also links to a particular page in the online documentation about the disappearing menu that you might experience, especially for new users in Blender that doesn't know that and might think that, of course, I have set that limitation to the add-on. It's not uh, a property of the add-on, but is an inherent behavior of every operator in Blender. Okay, so if you click that, it will explain to you why that is and how to use it. Okay, so once you've consumed all the information relating to this, you can just turn it off. Okay, so random panels operator UI will also be changed. We now have this collapsing sections. For example, in random panels solver, which contains all the parameters related to solvers, we have panels, subdivision, extrude, bevel, and auxiliary. So these two, for example, bevel and auxiliary will be closed by default, and the rest will be open. Okay, so some of the parameters have been repositioned as well, like panel seed and depth seed. So the major seed properties are repositioned at the bottom of the section, so you can easily target it. Once you have put in the desired parameters, you can just, of course, play around with the seed values here. Okay, so right now I'm only at random slice, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Okay, so that's with the operator, so random slice. So the disappearing menu, you can see that it disappears when so if I confirm the operation or let the operation run, when I move the mouse cursor, it disappears. You can bring it back using the F9 hotkey. Bring it back. But once you do another command in Blender that has its own random properties, then it will overlap this and you will no longer see it again. Unless, of course, you undo what you've done and reuse the operator again. So someone had the misconception that when you undo in Blender, you will essentially access the other redo panel again. So for example, this one, if this has been confirmed, you can no longer access it from history. Even if you undo, you can no longer access it. You can only access the redo panels in Blender once you have finished the operation. So for example, if I grab this and move it, that is confirmed, and I press F9 after, then you will see the redo properties of the move action that I just did. Okay. So if you don't like the disappearing menu, but you sacrifice the live view at the start, the, you can go to settings and uh, toggle this, use confirm menu. The uh, the random operators will now have an OK button. You want if you edit the parameters, you won't see any changes. But when you press OK, you can still summon or bring back the menu using the F9 hotkey. But you're gonna open it here, and the menu will no longer disappear. And when you modify the parameter, it's now live. It will stay here unless you do another a command in Blender which has its own redo property. So if I move this, then the redo property displayed is now the last operator used, which is the move. Okay, so the link to the this link about the disappear menu will explain all that further. Okay, usage info. Okay. Go to settings and toggle that off. Okay. And we now have JNodes as well. So I've decided to make it part of the random flow add-on because I don't have time to generate or make another major add-on and then update it and support it. I'm too old for that. So I just will make it part of the random flow add-on. And instead of this being like a big part of the add-on, which is like individual versions of this, which I really can't do because I don't have any enough GNode knowledge to actually replicate some of this Python script into GNodes. Some of it can be um, on the top of my head. I think it's possible for some of it, but some are not. Okay, but this will just be it's like a generalized operator. We have initialize, edit, and copy. I'll just in the future I'll put additional effects here, and when you activate it, you can go to the right now that's the push mirror. Basically what this does is push the mirror modifier below the geonode modifier so it will act correctly with the mirror modifier. So in the future this will have other toggles like add like scatter effects, add like the random cells effect, so something like that. So it will be basically a single operator. So right now it only has the random panel effect, and we have the edit and the copy. So you initialize the add-on, not the add-on, the GNode setup. And once you've initialized it, of course, it's a GNode operator, so you can go to the GNode modifier, not operator. So you can go to the modifiers tab and you can edit it here. So this is modular and non-destructive. But if if you like to work like there's minimum UI in the view part, you can still edit the content of the modifier using the edit command. This shows you what is inside this, but as an operator, which means that you can operate it here or with the F9 uh, toggle or F9 hotkey. Okay, so and you can also copy it. So the initialize operator will set it, will add the randomizer geonode as a as for using the default values. So if you want something like the design that you did from another object, or the settings, you want to copy the settings, you can just, for these three cubes, for example, you can select it, then select the object that has the settings that you want for the randomizer genode, and then copy. Then you can edit. Okay, so just be careful with this. This is prone to crashes if you, not crashes, to freezes if you use too much division. Okay, this has no like detection scripts that will prevent you from doing that, but just be careful, especially with the RS solver. I will rename this, probably rename this in this is actually random. Wait, uh, forgot it. RM solver is random maze solver, and this is, forgot it. I created the name and then and I forgot it. So this is maze, and this is, I think, repeat. Okay. But once I will release that on, you can inspect the node setup yourself. It's really simple, but it's quite powerful. You have all the settings that you need to actually copy what the random panels does, but not really. It's like same but different. But of course, the random panels being Python script is more powerful because of the versatility of the code. But of course, that won't prevent you for doing this, creating a bunch of other effects or really interesting effects using the GeoNode. So copy. There you go. So this will be for the next update. Yeah, we have the GeoNode, so you can. Let me just open up a Blender file. So this is the YouTube short that I did. It's animated because I animated the what's the I animated the seed value from 1 to 20 in a span of 300 frames. So this is what this is what it looks like. So this is basically it's named random panels, but in the update it will be randomizer. It will be renamed as randomizer. This is what it looks like rendered. So you can have different effects just using this seed value. Solver extras for the vertex color. You have the offset. You can control how many faces are being offsetted. Zero to 1%. And we have the extra offset, which of course offsets the faces from the top part of the first offset. If that makes sense. Allowing you to create this kind of wing-like structures. And you can also control its distribution and amount using the percent parameter here. And we have the min and max scale. You can choose to scale top or just scale from the side. Oh, this is the scale volume. So you can choose to create very relaxed detail, and then increasing the subdivision, you can have more noise or more detail, something like that. And you just have to, of course, modify the offset. So 0.2. Oh, what is that? The extra offset. Yeah, it's the extra offset. So something like 3. The scale, we're going to fix that. Then extra offsets, something like 0.1. Then play around the seed value. There we go. Oops, 0.05 with something really detailed to simulate like the larger ship, and something relaxed to simulate a smaller ship in effect. Okay, so um, the GNL version or GNL operators will work with re, uh, really work well with really angular meshes, and it will start showing its weakness more when it comes to more organic shapes. So uh, it's not as powerful as using the random panels, especially with the Python script solvers, walk radial and square. But uh, you can, if you have that, if you spend the time playing around with the settings, then you can get something like this, something that looks functional, close up and far away, even if it's just really like gribble, a bunch of gribbled shape, randomized shape. Of course, it won't beat the manually modeled spaceships, but if you're concept arting or using this to create like reference models, then this is actually pretty helpful and powerful to your tools. And even if for just production, like background assets in your movies, you can, of course, use this. Yeah. So that's it for the for this video, and this is what you will expect for the next update. Okay, so um, if you have any questions, just the comment section or the links in the description. And visit my Patreon as well and join up. I will be more active there as well. And also subscribe, like, comment, and share all the good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching and have a nice day.